Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Yankee Yard, and today I'm going to be talking about our rotation, the Yankees' rotation. We know when it's healthy, it is maybe the second best in the league behind the Dodgers. Max Fried, Garrett Cole, Cam Schlittler, Carlos Rodon, and Clark Schmidt. All those guys are really good. But Rodon and Cole will not be there to start the year, and we know that those early games matter. So we want our best chance to win games early on in the year, and a starting pitcher 5 of Paul Blackburn and Ryan Yarbrough does not give us that best chance. So today I'm just going to kind of be going over the best options for us, because the Yankees are, according to Jack Curry, not likely to get Tetsuya Amai, which sucks. I really liked Amai. So starting off first with Mackenzie Gore. He's young, 26 years old, with swing and miss stuff. That is really big. I believe if we get this guy with Matt Blake, he could become an ace. And he already kind of is a really good pitcher. 4.17 ERA with a 1.35 whip. That is really good. The stuff that I think Matt Blake could fix is the walk percentage and how often he gives up hard hits. Because if you watched Mackenzie Gore's game, you know he kind of gave up a lot of hard hits. Which is a reason why his expected ERA is a 4.37. You know, he kind of got a lucky break throughout the year. So I think Mackenzie Gore is a really interesting option. The con is I think we would be really left-handed in the rotation with Fried, Rodon, and Gore. I feel like you always want more righties than lefties. But I think Gore is one of those guys where it's similar to the Garrett Crochet trade between the White Sox and Red Sox, where he just has the potential where it doesn't matter the handedness, and I would really be interested. And he would probably be the guy I'm second most interested in behind Freddie Peralta. I mean, Baseball Savant, red means good, and you're looking at a lot of red here. I mean, his fastball is great. His breaking pitches, great. His off-speed pitches, great. He doesn't give up a lot of hard hits. The only thing he kind of has trouble with is finding the zones, and people don't chase too often. But he's such a good pitcher, and if we could get him, it would almost. I think then we would have an argument for having the best rotation in the league when fully healthy. Freddie Peralta is just a great pitcher. Right? Like, it is as simple as that. There's no real pros and cons list on Freddie Peralta. The pros is that he's a great pitcher. The cons, he's going to cost too much, maybe. That would be the con, but I don't think I would give up a lot for him. You know, I would give up Spencer Jones. I would give up Jason Dominguez. Would I give up Lombard? I think I would. I think I would give up George Lombard Jr. if it meant I could get Freddie Peralta. Because Freddie is such an ace. And he's a righty. He fits the Yankees really well. And I see the Yankees getting him if we bring back Bellinger and we decide to go the trade route. Another option, Sandy Alcantara. We're talking about a guy who's coming off a year with Tommy Johns. I mean, look at this. You know what he could be, a 2.28 ERA, and then he got the Tommy Johns kind of killed him, but he had a really hot start to the end of the season last year, and I think that's what a lot of teams are looking at when we talk about trading for him. Which is also what I'm looking at. Like, if we traded for Sandy Alcantara, I would be really excited because he's only 30. It kind of feels like he's been around forever, but he's only 30. He kind of has, like, another 5 more years left in, like, 2 or 3 of being a good pitcher. A great pitcher, maybe. And I think he could really return to form. And I think the Marlins might not even trade him because of that. I think the Marlins are trying to build a culture over there. They just picked up Pete Fairbanks. Like, they have a closer now. I think they kind of want to keep Sandy Alcantara. But, like, he has the fastball. And all these numbers, they're so hard to say because if we looked at the end of this season, I'm sure his stats would look a lot better. So yeah, Sandy Alcantara would be a really interesting guy for the Yankees to go after, and I think that I would be excited if we did. And Edward Cabrera is kind of just would be the better option if we would trade for one, because I feel like this is a perfect Matt Blake experiment. His fastball is terrible, but his breaking and off-speed stuff is so valuable. MLB The Show 21 legend. He gets the chases. He doesn't find the zone too much, but then again, this is all stuff that Matt Blake could fix. That's why I'm trying not to be like, this guy's a bad option, this guy's a bad option, this guy's a bad option. None of these guys are bad options, because all of these problems are fixable by Matt Blake. I also think, not really, I mean, it's kind of Yankee related. Edward Cabrera would be a really good fit for the Red Sox, but I'm not going to get into that. But Red Sox Nation, I would want Edward Cabrera if I were you, because your pitching coach does not like fastballs, and he doesn't have a good one, so he could really rely on his breaking and off-speed stuff. He's interesting. He's really interesting for the Yankees, and I wouldn't. I'm gonna keep saying it. I wouldn't be mad. What I would be mad about is if we did this: Paul Blackburn or Ryan Yarbrough. Now, these two out of the bullpen are great. I would love to have these two out of the bullpen for the simple reason that if we look here, average exit velo, Ryan Yarbrough is in the 97th percentile. Paul Blackburn, he's not eligible, but it looks like he's right about the 95 percentile. Hard hit percentage, these guys are nearly the exact same pitcher when it comes to what they are good at. Both of them find the zone pretty well. Both of them don't give up hard contact. But they're just not starters. They are, but they just aren't who we want. We saw it last year how much those early games matter, right? If we won one more early game, we have a first round bye. And we don't have to face Boston, and we get and we get more rest. Those early games matter. And we're just not giving ourselves the best chance to win if we bring these guys out there. Now then again, Paul Blackburn, they kind of brought him on. I think a lot of people said this. I don't really believe in it. But they kind of saw the whole Luke Weaver thing. Innings eater that we could turn into a really good pitcher. I don't think so, but maybe. The soft contact is what kind of makes me be like, okay, yeah, keep these guys. Even in the bullpen, if these guys gave up even a tiny bit harder contact, I would want them gone. But they are good at what they are good at. But they just aren't good enough to be our starting pitcher 5. I didn't really have a stat page pulled up for him, but if the Yankees still are in on Tetsuya Yamai, he would be, in my opinion, the number one want. Because it's just fun to have that culture in the dugout. And it's fun to have that player to root for. And his slider is amazing. It breaks glove side, which is interesting. No, it breaks hand side. Yeah, it breaks hand side, which is interesting. His fastball, he reaches velo, he throws gas. So if I had to rank these guys in terms of what I think, or what I would like, it would be Amai 1, Freddie 2, Mackenzie Gore 3, Edward Cabrera, Sandy Alcantara, Blackburn, Yarbrough. Likely, I think Freddie Peralta. I really think the Yankees want to make that splash, and we kind of have a thing for rentals. I think Freddie is a one-year rental. I could see the Yankees really going after Freddie Peralta if we get Cody Bellinger, because Jason Dominguez, Spencer Jones are all expendable at that point. So yeah, those are just my quick thoughts on what I know a lot of people are talking about. The next episode is probably going to be on the bullpen. Hopefully, I have to make another episode tonight on the Yankees signing someone or making a trade. That would be fun. I just don't think it's likely. That's it for now. I'll see all you guys in the next one.